The novel coronavirus and the novel treatment. Low-dose radiotherapy. Good evening to all. I would like to thank the organizing committee for giving me this opportunity to talk about low-dose RT in COVID-19 for and against. As we all know that incidence of COVID is rising and India has world's fastest coronavirus growth rate. Deaths due to COVID is also rising. The cause of death is not due to virus, due to cytokine storm. COVID-19 has three clinical phases: viremic phase, pulmonary phase, and severe phase. In initial viremic phase, virus infects the lung and evokes an immune response. In the pulmonary phase, immune system clears the virus and immune response ends. In 80 to 90% of patients, virus clears and inflammation also clears normally. But in about 10% of patients, inflammation continues non-stop, resulting in cytokine storm. What is cytokine storm? Macrophages are recruited to the alveolar space initially in response to viral infection. They increase cytokine production and attract more immune cells to the affected area to combat the virus. Once the virus is cleared, the immune pathways shut down. But in the cytokine storm, however, this process does not stop as it normally should. The uncontrolled severe inflammation damages the alveoli and capillary endothelial cells. Cytokines leak into the circulation, causing systemic cytokine storm, resulting in multi-organ dysfunction and death. The clinical manifestations are breathing difficulty, hypoxia, coagulopathies, renal failure, and cardiomyopathy. The biochemical manifestations are raised ferritin, D-dimers, interleukin-6, C-reactive protein, and LDH. The radiological manifestations are abnormal CT scan chest, especially ground glass opacities. Is there any effective treatment? The search is still on. The current treatment methods aims to reduce the effect of cytokine storm. At present, we are using injection tocilizumab for cytokine storm, acts by competitive inhibition of interleukin-6 receptors. There are some reports that tocilizumab is found to be ineffective in reducing COVID-19 related pneumonia. Similarly, we are using convalescent plasma therapy, which is also ineffective in reducing mortality, observes ICMR study. So, there is no gold standard treatment yet. The search is still on for better methods, one of them being low-dose radiotherapy. Based on historical background, we have learnt many lessons during this pandemic period, like converting stadiums into wards, using masks, social distancing, closing of public places, staying at home, use of convalescent plasma therapy, etc. Similarly, one such lesson from the past is the 1939 publication, the American Journal of Bronchiology and Radium Therapy, a study by Powell et al. Powell used low-dose radiotherapy in 1933 on a patient with lobar pneumonia. This first patient responded with rapid relief. The recovery was uncomplicated and complete. This first apparent success led to an extensive study with 231 patients. It is important to establish that Powell had intended to employ radiation therapy in alternative cases of pneumonia to evaluate patients' response. However, Powell stated that his staff would not permit this alternative process to continue since patients receiving the X-ray treatment were relieved of respiratory and circulatory distress within half an hour to 3 hours after treatment. Powell used a dose of 250 to 350 Roentgen using 135 kilovoltage machine with 3 mm aluminum filter. This is the X-ray showing the resolution of pneumonia in 7 days after radiotherapy, published in this original article. From year 1905 to 1950, 863 cases were treated. Out of which 717 cases were cured, showing 80% cure rate using low-dose RT. How does it work? An article by Calabres et al. Published in 2013 explained about the mechanism of action. Low-dose RT induced the polarization of macrophage to M2 anti-inflammatory phenotype and decrease adhesion of leukocyte to endothelial cells, decrease in reactive oxygen species, reduction of nitric oxide, and decrease inducible nitric oxide synthase. Ultimately, low-dose RT reduces the pro-inflammatory cytokines like interleukin-6 and TNF-alpha and increase the anti-inflammatory cytokines. Low-dose RT mainly act on Macrophages. Macrophages are of two phenotypes, M1 macrophage which produces the pro-inflammatory cytokines, M2 macrophage which produces the anti-inflammatory cytokines. Lodo-Sati polarize the macrophage from M1 to M2 type, that is from pro-inflammatory to anti-inflammatory. By acting at the genetic level, many genes are involved, especially NFKB gene. An article by Aridas et al. Explained about the radiobiological mechanism of Lodo-Sati for its anti-inflammatory effect. An article by Umi Patel explains macrophage polarization during infection and inflammation. The dose prescription is 0.3 to 0.7 gray to whole lung. Why this low dose? What is the basis? At low dose of less than 1 gray, M2 phenotype of macrophage with anti-inflammatory cytokines increases, whereas high dose more than 1 gray, M1 phenotype with pro-inflammatory cytokines increases. In COVID-19, we need more M2 macrophage to produce anti-inflammatory cytokines and reduce the cytokine storm. This biphasic property of radiation has been explained by Calabrese et al. When to give Lodo-Sati? It is given at the onset of severe phase of COVID, indicated by SpO2 less than 94%, PaO2 per FiO2 less than 300, which is early ARDS, as per Berlin classification, indicating onset of cytokine storm. Lodo-Sati is not indicated in asymptomatic, mildly symptomatic COVID patients without progression of disease during the clinical course and pregnant women less than 18 years old age group. In spite of this excellent mechanism of action, some radiation oncologists are against Lodo-Sati in COVID-19 based on literature evidences. Like an article by Cisco Saloma et al. Titled, "Is there any supportive evidence for low-dose radiotherapy for COVID-19 pneumonia?" concludes that the available scientific evidence does not justify clinical trials of LDRT for COVID-19 pneumonia with unknown benefit and known mortality risk from radiogenic cancer and circulatory diseases. And one radiation oncologist says, with limited understanding of how Lodo-Sati interacts with the systemic inflammation seen in COVID-19, it is possible that the therapy could put patients at risk of greater harm. And two physicians from Iran authorized a letter cautioning colleagues against conducting further clinical trials on LDRT before learning more about its effect and calling Lodo-Sati as double-edged sword. The concerns raised by opponents are organs at risk, second malignancies, virus pressure and mutations, and lack of OCTs. As radiation oncologists, we all know that all the organs at risk like thyroid, esophagus, heart, pericardium, trachea, stomach, great vessels can easily tolerate the 0.5 gray prescribed. An article by Imami et al. Gives reference about organs at risk. Coming to the development of second malignancies, the estimated chance of second malignancy as per Preston formula is 20 million, which is lower than the risk of cancer in the general population. An article by Sanat Kumar, published in International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, reviews second malignancy neoplasm following radiotherapy. An article by Stephanie et al. Also assessed the risk of radiation-induced cancer following exposure to intermediate dose radiation. Coming to the viral pressure and mutation, Lodo-Sati, unlike other treatment methods such as antiviral drugs, does not exert a significant selective pressure on the virus and hence does not lead to virus mutation. We get references from Abdullah et al., Martasavi et al., and Sylvia et al. In summary, by using Lodo-Sati, second malignancy risk is negligible, viral mutations are unlikely, there is no significant toxicity. Hence, some radiation oncologists are for Lodo-Sati in COVID-19 based on literature evidences like an article published in 2013 by Calabrese et al. Titled, "How Radiotherapy Was Historically Used to Treat Pneumonia Could It Be Useful Today?" The same author again published an article titled "Low-Dose Radiotherapy as a Potential Life-Saving Treatment for COVID-19 Induced ARDS." Subsequently, many authors have published many trials to support low-dose lung radiotherapy for COVID-19 pneumonia, like Lara et al., Charles Cribby et al., and Monteiro et al. Based on these publications, many trials have been started all over the world. In India, New Delhi AIIMS is also conducting this trial. In the USA, Venture trial and Rescue 119 trials are ongoing. Internationally, more than 12 trials are ongoing using Lodo-Sati in COVID-19 pneumonia. The preliminary results from 2 trials have been published. Emory University study concludes that low-dose whole lung radiation lead to rapid improvement in clinical status, encephalopathy, and radiographic infiltrate without acute toxicity. The Iran study concludes with a response rate of 80% whole lung irradiation in a single fraction of 0.5 gray had encouraging results in oxygen-dependent patients with COVID-19 pneumonia. In summary, by using low-dose-RT, there is no acute toxicity, showing 80% efficacy in preliminary reports. It can be combined with standard of care, but needs further randomized controlled trials. But there are some practical difficulties, like shifting the patients from ICU to bunker, risk of spread of infection to healthcare workers, and interface with cancer treatment. To overcome these difficulties, the idea of using portable RT devices was proposed by Calabres et al. In these 2020 publications. But no such device is commercially available at present. Taking this concept, we Hasham-Mitra devised a portable radiotherapy treatment machine. Because the dose of RT in COVID is only 1/100th of the dose given for cancer, hence a portable machine can easily achieve this. Moreover, historically, also such a mobile kilovoltage machines have been used. The advantage of such a portable machine, it gives bedside treatment, avoids shifting risk, avoids infection spread, it does not interfere with cancer patient treatment. Hence, we have proposed to conduct a multicentric prospective trial using our portable X-ray therapy machine. This is our portable machine named COVIDX. Compared with LINAC, it gives bedside treatment. It can be made available everywhere. It does not require bunkers. It is cheaper, will have more patient compliance and less burden on healthcare workers. Mainly, cancer patients can continue the treatment. Coming to the conclusion, low-dose radiotherapy can reduce the mortality by reducing the cytokine storm. It can be given along with currently followed treatment guidelines. It can reduce the post-COVID fibrosis also through its anti-inflammatory effect. Portable machines has many advantages over fixed LINAC machine. More centers should come forward for conducting LDRT trials in COVID-19. Thank you on behalf of Hasham-Mitra COVIDX team.